lost objective butter.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Porkchopper here, and I hope you enjoyed that intro. Like I said in my previous video with Titanfall 2 that I would be doing different intros per each video just to spice it up and make it a bit more creative and enjoyable rather than seeing, you know, the same boring old intro every single time. Anyway, in today's video I am looking back, even though it was a month ago, at Battlefield 1 Beta. Now this beta happened over the course, I think, of a week or so. And a lot of criticism and a lot of positive stuff came out of this beta for different reasons, and I want to give my opinion even though it's already over for a month. Like I said, the game's actually coming out in a few weeks or so, so I think, you know, it wouldn't be bad to shed my opinion on it. Anyway, let's get into it. Firstly, the biggest thing I took away is that the map itself unfortunately really did hinder the beta. It just wasn't good. I mean, the map we saw at E3, which I think was in Germany, but it was this very rural area with a lot of buildings. It felt a very good map. This map was way too open, there was so much less cover, which made vehicles even already who were strong, which I'll get to in a bit, even more strong because there was so little cover, there was so little in that map. There was a city or a town like in this desert map, but it was on the north side of the map, so you know, normally in Battlefield maps, that's always the center point, is this town or city or bridge or building or whatever it is, but it was on the north side. That means it left this massive desert, which I guess they were going for. But if you get an unlucky spawn, or if you spawn outside and with control points, having to capture something, and if you don't get a vehicle or horse and tanks, again, there's so much openness, tanks and God knows what can be able to maneuver around the map so quickly and efficiently that you can have a really bad time and a really slow time on that map. And I've always said the main strengths of Battlefield games have been the epic warfare, that you feel you are in a warfare, but this game didn't have that. Just like I said, vehicles are very strong. The classes, especially the engineer class, the stuff they had, like sachet charges, and I'm sure once the full game comes out there'll be a lot more stuff to be able to use, but they felt like a lot of stuff you had to get really up close and personal, and I guess that's keeping to what World War II is, and I know a lot about World War II, so I guess they want to keep friendly to that side of things. But on the other side of things, it's a bit hard to get up to a tank, throw a few satchel charges on and then detonate it. And I think there was this anti-tank grenade as well. Those things were okay. I just felt the health of the tanks and how you don't actually have a repair tool, you can just instantly repair them while in the tank, was pretty stupid. I think I always loved being an engineer, getting out and repairing stuff personally myself. I felt that was a great perk to the engineer class. Anyway, like I said, as I showed in the intro, bad spawns, and there was a lot of bugs in this beta. The bad spawns, or just, you know, sheer openness of the map, really weakened the beta itself and made it a lot worse to taste in my mouth than I wished it did, because I was actually very excited for this beta. But the bad spawns and taking control points as well takes a very long time to do, and especially with that game mode, I felt that game mode very stale for me now. Again, it may have just been that map, but I felt like it doesn't bring the best out of Battlefield, and just having a different type of mode or map to spice it up would have been better than what we were given. Rush itself was, I always loved that game mode in the previous Battlefield games. This map again was just not balanced for it. If you ever played or if you're not, that massive rock in the middle of the map basically was a sniper fest for the defensive team, and the attacking team, you were just in this massive desert area and you will get sniped from left, right and centre, literally. Really hard, really frustrating, really annoying, and isn't that enjoyment of pushing the enemy team back. It wasn't as fun at all. Like always, the snipers, I wouldn't say the snipers are strong, it was just such the map it was, that snipers were very, very dominant and annoying. Now anyway, back to the bugs in the game. Like I said, these will probably be cleared up by that, and I saw another clip at the intro where damage isn't being delivered correctly. You know, I fired an entire clip, I need to do 40 damage. Sniper bullets, I don't know what the exact bug was, I can't remember what exactly detailed it, but you know, sniper bullets were doing like 18 damage to people and all this, and that was a very frustrating part. And of course the servers as well, people referred back to it being DDoSing, others thought it was something else, and you know, the whole connections. I mean, sometimes me and my friends had to actually go to the server browser in the PlayStation 4 to even try and find a game, and even then error codes, and it gave me horrible flashbacks, unfortunately, to what Battlefield 4 was. Now I'm sure at launch it won't be that bad, but it is a bit cautious, and people to be expectated, you know, get your expectations being checked that it may have a shaky few days at launch. You know, with such a big game, it can happen, and Battlefield 4 has been an example of this, even though Battlefront wasn't as bad at all. Hopefully they've learned from their mistakes. Now, to get on to the very, very good stuff, of course, the graphics and sound, and the stuff that makes Battlefield compared to the Call of Duties and now the Titanfalls, is that, and the sound and graphics and the whole atmosphere of it is fantastic. It's definitely the best we have, and especially first-person shooters of that, reminiscent. Even you felt very immersed in the game. Like I said before, with the map, it was very hard to really feel that Battlefield epicness, like you are in a battlefield. It felt a lot more quiet and unimmersive for that main reason. Now, I hope that we hope that the maps and the classes when the game comes out are a lot more varied. Especially classes, they need the depth and complexity, which has been one of the main strengths of Battlefield, always being able to customise your weapons a lot, customise your class a lot, being able to adapt to different situations. It's always been fun and rewarding, and spices the gameplay up if you want to be a medic or an engineer while a guy flies a pilot. It is always fun and an absolute blast, and I hope this game keeps to the core, even though it's gone back to World War 1 even. I said World War 2 earlier, even though it's World War 1, Battlefield 1. Which I already don't like the name of Battlefield 1, by the way, because it's weird, but yeah. Overall, that is just my general opinions. It was a bit, you know, all over the place a bit this video, but, you know, I feel the game felt good as well as Battlefield. I just think, I don't know why they didn't add another mapping, because that map just wasn't hitting the right notes for a lot of people. The sniping, the vehicles being too strong. Because I'm like, I want to enjoy this game so much, but I felt just a bit disconnected from the game when I was playing it. Like, I didn't really care. I really want to get more into that, unfortunately. But overall, I am looking forward to the game. I probably won't be picking up a launch. I think multiplayer games, I've got a few right now. Paragon is one that I'm just sinking hours to, and I'm the type of guy who can't play more than really one multiplayer game at a time to really invest in it. But I'm looking forward to that. There's a few single player trailers that have been out as well, and hopefully the single player actually is a bit more memorable and good and decent compared to the previous ones, which aren't really memorable. They don't have a structured storyline. Each one's kind of its own thing, and personally for me, I don't really enjoy that as much. They're fun and enjoyable, but I hope that this one really shows the graphical spectacular of Battlefield. Anyway guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, like I said, I'm hopefully going to be doing weekly videos. I'm going to be doing Infinite Warfare Beta, which is going to be relevant because it's coming out, and I'll do a video on that, on my impressions also. But if you enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe. And if you have not, you can check out my Titanfall 2 beta video as well, which also had a different intro and this kind of new format I am testing with, so you can definitely check that out. If not, I had a month or two ago, I did some Uncharted 4 art style stuff, which was really cool as well. But anyway guys, I'll see you next time.